One question that I've gotten many times throughout the years is, what do you snack on? And my response has always been, I don't really snack, I eat meals. But what I think people are really trying to ask is, what's a quick, healthy meal that I can have? Something that doesn't require a lot of prep, it's kind of grab and go. So today we're gonna discuss some things that I typically eat. And if there's something you don't see here that is a great meal to have, let me know below. Let us all know. Comment below and let us know. So we're gonna start off with some high protein options. Now these are meals that snack meals that you can have that are quick and give you a good amount of protein. So we're gonna start with my favorite, and my favorite is Greek yogurt. I typically buy the 0% fat Greek yogurt just because I like to add a fat to it, like peanut butter or almond butter. But if you want to get the Greek yogurt with some fat in it, feel free to get that. I would for sure stay away from any flavored Greek yogurt. This is the plain. Get the flavored, or don't get the flavored. Don't get the flavored because they always add sugar to the flavored. And this has no added sugar. The only sugar in here is a natural occurring sugar. There's 4 grams of sugar and 18 grams of protein. The flavored stuff has a crazy amount of sugar. I don't know if it's like 15 or 20 grams. Now there are different things that I pair this with. I usually add peanut butter or almond butter to it as a fat. If I'm having berries with it, which is one of my favorite things to do, I will add the almond butter to it because the almond butter and the berries pair really well together. And if I'm not having berries, I typically will add peanut butter with it, or this PB Fit, which is also really good. It's lower in calories because they take out the fat, but you still get the flavor. And going back to the berries, you can use either fresh berries or frozen berries. I kind of like the frozen berries better because if you let them thaw with the Greek yogurt, you kind of get the juices of the thawed berries mixed in with the Greek yogurt, and it's really yummy. Another thing that's a good snack that's high in protein are these beef sticks that I get from Costco. Now, if you watched my Costco haul video, you saw me picking them up. If you haven't watched it, there's a link on the screen below and a link on the screen and a link below. And these they're small. You get only 5 grams of protein with them, but they're small. So if you want more protein, you could definitely eat more than one. And they're 50 calories each. There is only 3.5 grams of fat in them, and there are no carbs. Another quick and easy snack are pork rinds, and you might be surprised by this. For 7 grams of protein, they have 6 grams of fat. They don't have any carbs. The ingredients on these are actually pretty clean. The ingredients are pork rinds, coconut palm sugar, spices, which I don't really like when they say spices because you don't know if there's MSG in there and what else might be in there. And they are fried and rendered pork fat. These also state that they come from humanely raised pigs, which is an extra added bonus. Another quick, easy snack is cottage cheese, and I get these cups from Costco. And I actually did not show these in my Costco haul because I wasn't eating cottage cheese till right about when I did that haul, and I hadn't bought them from there yet. So this is a great find. You get 19 grams of protein for 3.5 grams or 3 grams of fat and 3 grams of carbs. I typically eat this with berries, and or again, I might put some almond butter in here just like I do with the yogurt, or I might eat it with tomatoes. I like this because you can kind of make it a little more savory or a little more sweet. You can also use cottage cheese in some recipes too, which I made something with it and I can't remember what it was. It's some sort of like pasta dish that I put some cottage cheese in. Another thing you could do is make yourself a bunch of hard-boiled eggs, and then during the week you can grab and go really quickly. Now, if you haven't seen my technique on how to make hard-boiled eggs, easy peel, there is a link on the screen and a link in the description box. And you try this recipe out, your eggs will peel very, very well, and they will turn out really good, perfectly cooked in the center. Tuna is a quick protein. You can add it to vegetables. You can add it with some Greek yogurt and mustard, tomatoes, onions, and make kind of like a tuna salad out of it to eat with some whole grain bread, or you can eat it inside the salad. And of course the tuna comes in those little packets for easy on the go. Now just watch when you buy those packets and read the ingredients. Sometimes there's some stuff in there that you don't want to eat, but they do sell ones that have really good ingredients. In my Costco haul, I talked about this organic turkey breast lunch meat, and there's only 3 ingredients in here, which is turkey breast, sea salt, they actually use sea salt, which is great, and water. And one serving gives you 12 grams of protein and half a gram of fat. Of course, there's no carbs because it's meat. Super clean, and it's from turkeys that are humanely raised, which is a bonus. And you can eat this with some whole grain bread. You could cut it up and put it in a salad. You could cut it up and put it in your eggs. And I like to keep it in the house because the expiration date, as long as you don't open it up, the expiration date on it when I buy them are usually a few months out. So you get 3 packs of these at Costco. So go ahead and watch my video if there's a link on the screen and a link below if you want to know how much these cost at Costco. So now we're going to go over some not so high protein options, but they are still really good snacks. And the first thing I want to talk about are rice cakes. I love these rice cakes. They are a lot crunchier and meatier and just have a lot more substance to them than other rice cakes that I've tried in the past. I usually put some peanut butter or some almond butter on them. I also eat them with the Greek yogurt. My kids really like these as well. In fact, my daughter is always asking for a rice cake, cream cheese, and honey. It's like her favorite snack. Nuts are also a great option. Of course, you have all different kinds of nuts, couple here, cashews, almonds, pistachios. The thing with the nuts though is you have to be careful with serving size. You gotta exercise portion control because a serving is 1/4 cup of nuts. And for instance, 1/4 cup of almonds, it has 162 calories. So it's very, very, very easy to eat a lot of those and eat a lot of calories at once. So just be very mindful of that. A match made in heaven with these almonds is 1/4 cup of almonds with 1/4 cup of raisins. It makes a really yummy snack. Again, like the nuts, the raisins are also very high in calorie because it's dried fruit. So again, serving is 1/4 cup. You got 120 calories in 1/4 cup. Now with 1/4 cup of almonds and 1/4 cup of raisins, if you wanted to add in a little bit of cocoa powder, that would give it a nice chocolatey flavor to it, or some cinnamon. You could add in a little bit of dark chocolate there too. Fruit is also a good option to snack on. However, I typically don't eat fruit by itself, and I like to pair it with some fat and some protein to help keep blood sugar under control. So apples with peanut butter, bananas with peanut butter, berries like with the Greek yogurt, and the berries also go really good in oatmeal, of course. Sometimes when I feel I need just a little bit of something, but I'm not really that hungry, I might have a cup of unsweetened almond milk. And if you haven't seen my video on how I make my unsweetened almond milk, there's a link on the screen and a link below. You could mix a little bit of cocoa powder with that unsweetened almond milk if you like really dark chocolate and you don't mind no sweetness to it whatsoever, like I do. However, you could make a hot chocolate out of it as well, and there's a link for that recipe on the screen and a link below. Of course, vegetables can be a great snack, a nice crunchy snack. There are cucumbers, broccoli, sliced up bell peppers, carrots, and all these things go great with hummus. And something that I've discovered more recently, because we pickled some vegetables from our garden last year, are pickled vegetables. Of course, everybody's heard of pickles, which are a great snack too, very low in calorie, but in general, pickled vegetables tend to be low in calorie as long as the ones you're buying don't have a bunch of added sugar to them. So we pickled some green beans, which are really yummy. We pickled cauliflower and carrots, which are also really good. And we pickled some onions, but these ones didn't turn out that great. The way that my dad used to make them, they would turn out nice and crunchy. So I have since made some more pickled onions and hopefully they come out better this time. Did you see anything here that you would like to snack on? Let me know below. And if you have any suggestions for everybody, let us know below so we can discover some new things. Thank you for watching. Bye.